Welcome to OCD Clarity. Today I want to talk about rumination, or how to stop ruminating. This is one of the most asked questions I get, and I think one of the most misunderstood parts of getting better. And it's understandable why people want to stop ruminating, because it takes a lot of effort to get through the day when you're constantly ruminating. It takes a lot of energy, and it takes a lot of your awareness and your focus when you're trying to work at something else. So the reason I say it's one of the most misunderstood things is because I see a lot of OCD therapists who say, a lot of accounts on YouTube, Instagram, who say if you stop ruminating less every day for 1%, in 100 days you will be better. But you know it doesn't work that way. If you have severe chronic OCD, then you will reach a point when trying to do this where it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It really doesn't work. I tried it for months and it doesn't work. Because situation is as follows. When you're terrified of something, your brain's first priority is to keep you safe. So when you're really terrified or really scared of something, of your theme or about your worst case scenario, then your brain trying to solve you, trying to keep you safe. And when you have OCD, it feels as real as it can be. So that's why it's understandable when there is a fear like a POCD or a theme, and it feels completely real. And the fear response is very high because OCD is a safety mechanism on steroids that your brain is constantly trying to solve and give you ideas about the situation, how to get better. It does exactly what it's designed for. But it is not necessary, because the fear or the theme is not real, it's an illusion. And the only way out is this. When you want to stop ruminating, you really need to see that you need to become less scared. Less scared in general, and less scared of your worst case scenario. Less scared of all the things OCD and anxiety brings. So a lot of people, a lot of accounts say it's very harmful to engage with your thoughts, with your emotions, with your feelings. For the most part, that's true. But if you want to become less scared, you will need to look into the content of the thought. It's a roadmap, a guide. It tells you what you're scared of and on what points you need to work. So you live your life for the most part, and 2 or 3 times a week you work on your OCD, you work on your fears, you work on your anxiety. You will look into your fears and really think about what is the worst that can happen. What is the worst case scenario I'm facing? What is the part of this fear or of this theme that's most disturbing to me? And really trying to see it from a different angle. Is it really that scary? Is it really the end of the world? And you will need to become more accepting and less scared. And this is something you can really practice. And if I take myself, for example, I had a very bad sensory motor OCD. And it was the part, my worst case scenario was noticing my breath for the rest of my life. So I was getting thoughts about me 70 in a chair, still noticing my breath, and trying to kill myself. And I tried to really stop the rumination for 1% every day, but I reached a point it didn't work anymore. It really didn't work anymore. And for the most part, rumination is automatic and you can't control it. It's because you're scared and your brain is sending you signals that this is a thing you need to look into because you're so terrified of it. And when I looked into my fears, really saw through it, and became more accepting about my worst case scenario, became more accepting of the fixation of my breathing present. I did that for months on end and really see, okay, I can still do everything I want. I can still go to the gym, I can still work, I can see friends, I can go out for dinner. And that loosens the grip of the theme of OCD. And over time, I became less scared of my worst case scenario. I became less scared of my theme. And at a certain point, and this is how it works. It's not that you force stop rumination, but it comes naturally. So at a certain point, you think, whoa, for the last few days I didn't ruminate that much anymore, and I was less scared. And then OCD comes in and say, oh, well, what if it comes back? And then it comes back, and you will become less scared of that. And over time, you will see that if you become less scared of your theme, become less scared of your worst case scenario, become more accepting, and you do this 2 or 3 times a week next to living your life, then you will see the rumination come down naturally. And that's the only way. So please download my OCD Clarity Action Plan. If you need any help, please contact me, info@ocdclarity.com, and please help me grow this channel. And if you have any questions, comment down below, give it a like, and have a nice day.